Buongiorno and welcome back to Koi Fish Johnny. You might be wondering why I'm wiggling this big pipe around in my hand, and if most of you can see it, well, if you can see it, you might be able to guess what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. We'll just go and explore. Okay, two massive big things have happened in this. Well, we're going to cover two subjects, one massive big thing and one hopefully just a small amendment, but I have got a problem in my way, which is, well, we'll get onto that in a bit. So first things first, I will just use this for the benefit of the video to enable my pointing abilities. Okay, you will notice, boom, we've got the concrete in. We have got the concrete in. Let me clip in a little video of how my boy Johnny, yep, two Johnnies are better than one, set everything up and respected my house, my premises and everything to make the minimal amount of dirt on my premises, or the minimal amount of disruption, dirt and marks and all that stuff. He set it up beautifully. He's a cracker, is Johnny, an absolute cracker, so thank you, mate. So I'll clip this in right now of what he did, because what the little sneaky little bugger did is he arrived, as he knows I don't like mornings, I'm one of them people that wake up and I defrost slowly throughout the day, towards the end of the day where I'm wonderful, but in the morning I am no good to nobody for nothing. So he turns up first thing in the morning. I had to jump out of bed, so I couldn't record it all. That might be his real intention, to be honest. He didn't want to really be on camera. I got a cracking picture of his back, but anyway, this is what he did. Okay, so that worked out wonderfully. It kept the front lawn clean, it kept it relatively clean here, kept the garden clean, the tarpaulin sheet that I used that's just folded up over there, great bit of pointing with my big pipe, was great for the grass, so I'm just waiting for the rain to wash it off, and then I might give the lawn its last little, well when it's dry enough to cut the lawn and make it all look very neat and have the dirt off the top of it. Anyway, I digress. Can you hear? I can hear it, but I don't know whether you will be able to, so I don't know if there's any point in that. But we've got a problem around the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk round there with you now. In fact, I'll get my ugly mug out and we'll just go walking round. This is spot the problem and spot the botched job on trying to fix it. Here we go. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Here we go. In fact, look at that. Beautiful base. It's like a massive dance floor for having fun. Might come out here and have a rave tonight on my own. Here we go. In closer. There it is. Look at that box job. That's the problem we've got at the minute. I tried to temporarily fix it because it was too late at night. Again, I encounter all these problems at night when I can't get my hands on anything like this to fix the job. Also, I'd like to say a massive thank you to John. No, also I'd like to say a massive thank you to Dave at UK Nishigoi, who hung this on his gate and allowed me to go and get it really quickly and come back and fit it. So I'm going to be trying to fit it, but the problem I've got is because I didn't fit the air filter, it was part of the installation, I don't know how to get these off, like these little things here. I'm thinking, because that's the same connection that's on the air valve here, what I want to take off. I'm thinking you just press them in at the sides and it pops out and then releases, then when you push it in it locks back into place. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I have watched a few videos though, and nobody says how you connect this. I even googled how to connect a Evolution Aqua air pump or to the Nexus, and nobody connects it. So you'll be getting a YouTube first on me trying to connect this, just in case you get stuck trying to fit your pipe into a tight hole. Back to it. I'm going to be doing that in a bit. You can see what I tried to do was put some masking tape around it, some tape around it and some bag ties to try and act as like securing it, but it has worked to a degree. As you can see, we have got aeration going in there, and we have got aeration into the pond, which you can't see because of my fabulous, beautiful roof, which my wife absolutely loves not. Okay, and I'm going to make a few adjustments to that. I think I'm going to have to sort the tarpaulin out on the top so it doesn't hold that much water. Can't get away from it holding some. I'm not bothered about the water getting in the pond. I just want to keep the debris out of the pond. But it does need a few little tweaks and that. Okay, so I will be snapping back to you in a bit when I try and plug my pipe in. For now, let's have a look at the dance floor. It's absolutely belting, that, isn't it? I mean, it makes it look miles and miles bigger. It literally could feel like I could park 2 cars there, 2 very small cars. But this is going to be absolutely fabulous. But when I've been chatting to John, and I'm enjoying swinging my pipe around, when I've been chatting to John about it, when I've been chatting to Johnny about it, my builder, I don't want to call him John, he said that, well, when I've looked into it, the costings of actually getting a container, popping it in there, refurbishing it and everything, I might be just wasting quite a lot of money on popping in the container. So it might be either better to block it up, or as Johnny says, he'll knock up a timber frame and build me the frame for it, so then it'll just be the same as having a container, but a lot less expensive, but it will be made of wood, which I'm going to have to look into it. So it might be a change of direction on the outdoor office, but as you can see there, it is going to be huge, absolutely huge. I can't wait to have it in there. I might even put a TV in so I can watch the football without having to listen to the kids yap on about whatever they're yapping on about at the minute. Anyway, back to it. I am going to be putting this cable on in a minute, but I've just nipped out to do this little video. The roof has stayed nice. The concrete's in. We're happy as Larry. I'll drop you over the top so you can have a look in. It is a bit depressing not being able to see me fish. I have just wiped the glass down, but it's not really cleaned it, so as you can see, Jaffa's there over the top, looking amazing. That isn't Bruce, that's my little Yamabuki Ogon. But Bruce looks a little bit like the Yamabuki Ogon, which someone said. Bruce is not knocking around, is he? Enough of that knobbing around and stuff. Let's get back to the game. Let's get this fitted so we can locate this, so we can get all the air pushing through the system like it should be, and reduce this noise down, because it is a bit annoying, that noise, especially at night, because people will be able to hear it walking about and maybe think it's a little bit more dangerous than it actually is. But apparently what Dave was telling me is these are quite brittle, and when they've gone through like a summer and a winter and stuff like that, and if you move them, emphasis, we had to move a few bits around. That's why this happened. We had to move the air pump from where it was to the side, and when that happened, I think the brittle nature of this pipe, it just burst. So they are quite susceptible to that. So it is a really important bit of information, this, on how to connect this pipe up, which Johnny is going to do for you, or figure out. I've got to figure out this on my own, which I'm not particularly happy about. Somebody should have done a YouTube video on this, but I will be doing one for you, just in case you're struggling with your pipe. Okay guys, so I apologise for that. I didn't record it, but you basically just push down on this Hi guys, I apologise for that, because I just jumped straight in, pressed the little purple thing, which I was supposed to do on camera, and pulled the pipe and it came out. So that's as simple as it is. If anyone's struggling with it, like I struggle with it, overthinking, you press it in, the purple part, and you pull the pipe out. It's as simple as that. So now what I'm going to do is connect this with my big pipe, take this little pipe, this battered thing, off, and connect it in. And I'm looking to, sorry, crouching down's killing me. And one thing I'm looking to do is I'm going to locate this. I was told by the guy who installed it that this needs to be higher than the pond, the air pump. Can you comment on the comments whether that's true or false? Because I can't see why it needs to be higher, because there's like a little thing there on the bottom drain. There's like a little thing on the bottom drain. There's no water spurting out of this. So I can't see why it needs to be higher than the pond, or whether he's just having me on with that one. I have no idea. So yeah, if you can drop a comment on whether the air pump needs to be above the pond or it can go anywhere around the bloody pond. I'm off to plug my pipe in now, all right? And then I'll snap back to you when it's all plugged in and sorted. Okay, so that was a little bit of overthinking drama for you there. That's my little remainder of my thing. I used the bag ties to apply pressure around the masking tape, but it didn't sort the snap out in the pipe, and it just became looking like something for Halloween. anyway, very festive. Back to the point. Now, that was as easy could be, and really I proper overthought it. But if you don't know, you don't know until you've done it, and you can't knock it until you tried it, eh Andy? Back to this now. I've got a bigger pipe. My pipe is bigger, it's been extended, so I'll be able to move my my air pump around the premises, pipe length dependent. So if you can just let me know, can I put that pump below the pond level or not? I cannot see for the life of me why I cannot pop it in there. So all in all, this episode included me overthinking a simple little problem that was solved within 60 seconds thanks to Dave sorting me out a big pipe. And the other thing that was in this video was the laying of the concrete, which is a massive step. A, I don't have dirty feet now when I walk back in the house and forget to take my slippers off. And B is I can start to visualise the actual size of this, because it is actually going to be a bit of a monster. And my view is really nice when the lid isn't on the pond. In fact, let me show you what I'll see from in my office. Okay, this is the office floor. We're looking over there. Nice. And the Brucey bonus is nobody will be able to see me while I'm working. Happy days. So I hope you've enjoyed this little episode of me overthinking and the concrete going down and the start of the office. And we've had a little bit of fun with pipes. So on that note, I'd just like to say, please like, please subscribe, and it means the world to me when you do. I really enjoy it. And now I've got this thing that I'm wafting around, which I might actually use for the thumbnail. Ooh. Okay, that's actually a cool thumbnail, isn't it? You might be able to see that, because I'm going to go and try and make it into a thumbnail now. Maybe hold it there.